Hello, Ramin. It is time. It is your time. Yeah, one of my big concerns was about your crystal, because these crystals for this model are really, really hard to find. Yours looks good. I would recommend just keeping it. I'm going to pull it and clean it and everything else like that, but I would recommend just keeping it. There are no aftermarkets of that crown, and you just can't find them. I'm not crown, crystal. Ugh, my brain. Case back seal is just as hard as anything. Sorry for the noise. There we go. Wow, look at that. It just comes to pieces. Did you get out? 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 Look at that. It just shattered to bits. I'll give that back to you and you can play with it. You've got some pitting here on this case back. I'll need to get in there and clean that out. I'm not sure how deep it is. It's definitely in there, so I'm going to have some corrosion remediation. Okay, I remember we talked before that this does not have the right weight, and you want me to put the right weight in there. So you will get that part back. I will put in a new one, correct one, not a 6309 one. It's got a 6309 style balance, which is neither here nor there. I mean, because if the balance is functional, you're not going to want to replace it. I mean, there's maintaining quote-unquote originality, and then there's just functionality. They function exactly the same. Somebody just swapped over a whole bridge and balance and everything. Doesn't look bad. Bridge is a little worn right there, but not bad. What we get. hairspring looks. Let me clean it. Okay, let's get this out of here. Definitely got a lot of scratching on the dial surface. We'll clean it up. And I am replacing the handset. I have to dig through and find that. These are Seiko hands. They're just for another model. Other models, I should say. Let's get your crystal out of there. All right. You don't have a movement ring spring. Somebody just put a rubber O-ring in there. Hang on. Go. Your dial date is right there. 9/7, July 1969. Yep. Right? Was it upside down? That is a little dirty. Okay, I've got that put away safe. Yeah, so definitely I'm going to have some corrosion remediation in your case. That is faux show. There's that. So we're going to get you a movement ring spring as well. Clean that movement ring up. It's lost a lot of its plating, but don't worry, I'll pick them up. I think your pallet fork stones have a groove in the on the faces there. At least this one does, I think. But I'm going to clean it and we will see if that is in fact the case, that it is worn. You will need to replace your pallet fork, because when those things get worn, you're changing the geometry. The balance won't engage and disengage at the same angle, depth, or whatever you want to say. Oh, look at that. It's an early escape wheel. Here's your heckin' lever. Get out. Okay. This is your upper mainspring arbor bushing. I'm going to pull that and I'm going to install a jewel in its place, as well as I'm going to machine that out. It's your lower mainspring arbor port, and I'm going to put a jewel in there. So we get those nice and jeweled, and that is a good permanent fix. Now it's time to do the front. Yeah, you can definitely see it's worn off angle. Okay, I need to do something and then I'll come right back. And we're back. Okay, so what I did is I went ahead, because the method I used to install lower mainspring arbor jewels, I went ahead and installed yours, because I used the date dial guard, this plate right here, is a guide for when I'm dropping those in, so that I don't have I don't have a problem with get out. There it is. So I don't have a problem with I want to be able to keep the hole straight and everything, and that works with that. There's your upper mainspring arbor bushing. That is in. Oopsie daisy. There we go. These are such, the bees, the 6106 bees are funky because they're sort of idiosyncratic setup. Out. Come on. Okay. Out we get. Out. 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 Huh? I didn't want to drop you either. There. There's your center wheel. Okay. And there is your stripped down main plate. Has not been cleaned yet, but I do have the arbor jewel installed. I gotta get it ready, hand cleaning. So I'm gonna go over and hand clean all this stuff, and then it has to go through a couple pre-cleaning baths. Pardon me, hiccups. Doesn't look bad though. You just get that all cleaned up. Okay, I'm gonna come back probably when I'm done. Oh, I never opened your mainspring, girl. And there's your mainspring. Just like that. Oh, it doesn't look bad. Another thing I'll need to hand clean. It's a little coned out, a little not straight, but I'll straighten that out. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna hand clean all this stuff and get it going. Okay, I am assembled. Let us see what the numbers have to say about that. It's been running for about 90 seconds. Maybe better than that. Maybe a couple of minutes. Well, that ain't right. I don't believe that for a second. Come on now. It's gaining a huge amount of time. So let's see if I can get that adjusted. But I bet you it's that hairspring I was worried about. I bet you anything it's that hairspring I was worried about. Let's see if I can get it to do anything. I have no idea what we're looking at here. I mean, we're getting amplitude, but it can't hear it. Okay, I've got to look at that hairspring. The hairspring on the balance is jacked up. This is just 100% wrong. Okay, so 2 loops of your hairspring were sticking together, which is why it was gaining so much time. Let's see if I got that handled. Aha! All right. Finally getting something dealable here. Let's move these back where I think they're supposed to be. I'm going to drop the rate. I'm going to drop the beat error. Let's see if I can get something like that. Okay, we're almost to that point. Let's drop the rate. Let's drop the rate. Let's drop the rate. Okay, now I'm going to move the beat error again. Try to get it tighter. Okay, now I'm going to raise the rate. Come on. Beat error. No, that was too much. Okay. Way too much. Whoa. Well, getting good amplitude. Nope, too much went the wrong way. We are almost there. Come on. We are almost there. Way too much. Let's raise the rate. Come on. Whoa, way too much. I really, really, really want you to stop. Come on. Too much. The other way now. Too much. The problem is that the adjusters are stiff, and I have to put a good amount of power into them to get them to settle down, and then I go too far. It's still a little noisy. Let's flip it. Oh, darn it. Amplitude is staying steady. Now I'm going to adjust this up and down stuff. Don't the accuracy. I'm just trying to get consistent, steady numbers. I'm still looking at the balance. I mean, we're getting great amplitude. This is, let me try to adjust that out again. See if I can get this to behave. This is an artifact. These little things, that is still the hairspring giving me a little bit of trouble. I'm going to pull the balance in the palette fork again and see if I can, I'll clean the palette fork and the escape wheel teeth and redo that, see if I can deal with that. Okay, I think I got it. See, nice and clean. It's basically, I'm having to run it in again from the beginning because I cleaned the balance and the palette fork and everything again. And I looked at the hairspring of the balance again. So this is before the cleaning, this is after. Not, I mean, the additional, like, round you understand what I mean. Oh, I got your hairspring corrected. Okay, cool. I'm gonna let this run in, and now I'm gonna start working on your. I gotta clean your dial. I gotta find a handset. I have to find a. Well, I have a stem and a crown for you, but I'm just gonna let this sit. Okay, so I will come back probably when I'm ready to show the completed watch. Okay, there is the new old handset. This is the correct handset for Chevron. Is there the 6139 outline, but they're not only gabled, like have a sort of ridge in the middle, like the middle of a roof, like so, but that middle line is actually raised so you can see it. It's very specific handset. And I have them, and there they are. This is your original, well, original as it came. This is your original sweep hand. I've cleaned it. It's a little bonked up. But it's straight and it will work just fine. So that's what is going to go on. Okay, this is your old movement ring. It's missing its spring, and if you look in the gap right there in the middle, you can see it's all like pitted and rusted and nasty. It's missing a bunch of plating. Seiko didn't actually sell they sold these as a piece with the spring, just like this. This is what they look like when they're not rusted. So rather than scavenge around for just a spring, because I'd be putting rust back inside your movement, let's just replace the entire ring with genuine NOS Seiko and just be done with it, because that'll be the right fix. Okay, just about to close it up. There's your new crown, which of course also has a new stem, and there's your new correct winding weight to replace this 6309 style. And that's it. So she's chugging along. I'm gonna mark this up for the day and date for when I did this, and get that going. This case back cleaned up pretty well. I mean, it's still got a little bit of pitting around the edge, but I got all the active corrosion neutralized and all that stuff. So let me close it up, and then we'll talk about the finished job. We're seeing some numbers right where we want them. All this mess here is from me moving it, so don't think that's your watch. And there we are. This is the last original handset that I have for this model. I did find another hour hand, not a complete set, but just the hour hand. But it was crazy. The loom matched perfectly, but the I didn't have a minute hand to match it, and the two loom colors together just didn't look right. So I preferred the look of a, I thought the look of a match set would be better than not. It came out pretty well. All serviced and good to go. Here are your dead parts, your seal, your handset. There's your upper mainspring arbor bushing. There's a 6309 weight. We did not change your crystal, so that's your crystal. That's your original sweep hand. This has this has a single language day wheel. I'm sure you already knew that, but there's the quick set on a B movement like this. Only quick sets the date. For the day, you've got to go over midnight. That's about it. I want to thank you so much for sending this cool watch in. It was fun to be able to work on this and help you bring it back. There's your new crown. And of course the new stem to go with it. Very nice chevron. I'm happy to have worked on it for you. Thank you for sending it in. And that's about it. I look forward to getting it back on your wrist.